Good morning, everyone. So good to see you all again. Welcome back to the XD Daily Creative Challenge. I'm your host, Andrea Hawk, for the remainder of this challenge, which ends next Friday. I'm starting to see some of you guys pop up in the chat over there. Some familiar faces. We've got Vlad, Abby, Nyasha, remember you from yesterday. I'm glad you guys are back and joining. Oliver, where are you guys from? Let me know what you're up to. So this is the XD Daily Creative Challenge. I'm going to go ahead and pop right into behance.net/challenge/XD and see what we got going on. So we started on Tuesday, June 17th to June 28th. And if you don't already know, you need to register with this big blue button right here. And each day we will give you design prompts and then you will design something with that prompt. And we'd love to see what you guys come up with. We definitely want you to post to Discord and Behance with the keyword XD Daily Challenge so we can find it and leave you feedback. So each day you'll receive a challenge. Once you sign up here, you can either check back on this page or you can check in your Creative Cloud app up here. And be sure to stay connected in Discord, just chatting with others and getting feedback. And of course, watching right here with me for our daily live show to see how to get started and ask questions. And lastly, we want you guys to share your work and get some feedback from both myself and all of the other mentors and your fellow designers on Discord. So let's see what we've been doing so far. On Tuesday, we did the home screen, and all of this is for a music creation app. So we're pretending like we're gonna be DJs and we're making some music, mixing some instruments and vocals together. So we finished the home screen on Tuesday. On Wednesday, yesterday, we worked on icons and buttons. So I'm glad that we have a bunch of those. Now we can start really throwing those all on our screen very quickly since those are done. Today, we're going to be working on voice triggers. So design a search with voice experience for a music creation app using voice triggers. So this will be an interesting one. I don't know if you guys have done a lot of voice triggers before, but it's going to be fun. So you go ahead and press that Get Started button, and this will bring you to, I already have it opened up here. This will bring you to the Dropbox, and this is that UI kit that I showed you guys yesterday. Go ahead and hit download, direct download. I've already got it downloaded, but this will open up this whole UI kit with all of those buttons and icons and logos that you can use to get started. We really encourage you to definitely try to go your own way, use your own creativity, but this is a good way to get started with a bunch of those components already there. So let's go ahead and jump right into Discord. If you guys are not already joined there, be sure to log in. This is the page where you can sign up, discordapp.com/invite/Adobe XD. And we post all of the daily challenges in the daily challenge channel, of course. And then design feedback is a really important one. A lot of you guys have been posting your screenshots of your designs, which is awesome. I haven't gotten to look at all of them from yesterday yet, just a few of them. So I need to look through the rest of those today. But you guys are working hard. There's so many here. That's awesome. And then introduce yourself in introductions. I'm always looking for seeing who the new designers are each day. And if you have any questions about XD or just general design questions, feel free to ask a question in the Ask a Question channel. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. So I downloaded that UI kit from the Dropbox link, and I'm gonna go ahead and open up the file. So today, we're still working on our music creation app. This is going to be a sort of progressive app, but don't worry if you haven't started on the first two yet, that's totally okay. You can go at your own pace. You can still download the first 2 days if you wish. But today, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing a search with voice experience. So you don't have to do search if you don't want to, but I think that's one of the best ways to include that voice trigger. So when we're doing this, we want to, especially for search, we want to make sure we're thinking about before search, during search, and then after search, so our search results. So I've already got some artboards laid out here. We're gonna start from the home page. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this guy that I already made, paste that in here, and I'm gonna make the background of each of these a little bit darker, just so I can see those rounded corners a little better. So what I want to do is I want to bring this search down like this whole way. So I kind of want this to open up. So I'm gonna copy and paste, actually, I'm gonna make the whole screen kind of that darker bluish tone we've got on the top. So I'm gonna paste that, use that eyedropper tool, or if you already have all of your colors added down here, you can just click that color right there. I'm gonna ungroup this so I can more quickly get some of these icons. I'm gonna copy and paste that search, and then I'm gonna drag, I'm gonna use this same font. So I think I wanna say like, I'm gonna say trumpets out loud, and I want it to search through all of the trumpets. So I'm gonna go trumpets. Let's make this like 35, maybe 30, that's a little big. I'm gonna put that in during search actually. So let's go ahead and, since it's gonna be like dragging down sort of, I want to copy and paste all of these guys, just on the pasteboard down here. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. And then I'm gonna get rid of those. Get rid of some of these pen points, and let's see. I just kind of want to drag a few of these pieces up so that when we see it on the bottom, it will look like we don't have that big white space. So let's go ahead and drag those up a tad, and then we can put it at the bottom so it looks like we're kind of scrolling down a little bit. And then I'll add a little, in case we want to scroll back up, I'll just add a little, what are these called? Slidey thing? I think that's the technical term. So let's go ahead and add that. Okay. And I'll make this like purpley color, a little bit opaque. And let's see, okay, so on trumpets, send this to the back. And then I know I want to add like a waveform while I'm talking. So, oh, I already have all these icons and buttons that I created yesterday. So let's just go ahead and use one of those. Ungroup these. And, oh, they are grouped again. And I'll go ahead and put that there. So like, okay, we're searching for trumpets. I'm also gonna grab a few of these guys. Put them on the before search page. So you'll notice that I have both like the normal search bar right here and then also the voice search button. So that's how we can access that search by voice. So I'm gonna ungroup these, put these a little bit lower. And these are maybe like some like keywords that I can search through if I just wanna like click through like instruments or vocals, or like electronics or nature sounds. So let's put some text under those, just to reiterate what you're like tabbing through. So okay, this will be instruments on the far left here. Let's make that like 11 or so, and I'll make it medium. Copy and paste that. And this will be vocals. Center that a little bit. And then this will be, what did I say? Electronics or electronic sounds. And then nature sounds. Okay, so I think I'll group those together. So we have a lot of different search options here. We can search through text right here. We can search through voice right here, which is what we're trying to do. Or we can click any one of these specific instruments to search through any of those sounds if we want like to go by a keyword. So we're gonna focus on the voice though. So let's say we've already selected this and we are talking, we're saying trumpets right now. So I'm actually going to inverse this so that we know that it's pressed. And then maybe I'll give a little bit of like context to say like, okay, we're listening right now, ... And I'll make this like 15. Yeah, I think that's good. And like medium, give it like a purpley, little bit, like 80% purple. Okay, so that's where we're talking. And I'm gonna go ahead and let's just see if this works. So let's go over to Prototype tab. I will, so we'll click on Search. So I'll drag that to this before search. And I feel like it really helps naming all of your artboards ahead of time so you can remember what step exactly you're on. So now remember with the new release a few days ago, we've got the tab over here instead of in the drop downs. So go ahead and say just tap. We're just going to keep it on a normal dissolve transition because it's a normal tab. But the interesting thing is when we go over here, and we'll drag that to the during search. Now we're gonna do voice. So this is just under trigger and voice. And you can type in whatever command you want here. I'll just say trumpets, trumpets. There we go. I'll keep everything the same, just a normal dissolve, easing out. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, so click here. I'm gonna click on this. So you have to hold down your space bar, so I'm gonna say trumpets. There we go, it worked. Okay, so let's keep working on this. I'm actually gonna, I don't want it to like go to that black screen whenever I test it out, so I'm gonna leave it with a little bit of space there. Okay, so I do want it to give it some time, but maybe like, that seemed kind of quick, so maybe like 1.3 seconds. I don't know if I can do that, 1.3 seconds. Well, I'll give this a duration of maybe like 0.4 seconds. Let's see if that's any better. So I'm gonna test that out again. Let's say trumpets. Okay, it's listening. Okay, and then it slowly fades in. So that easing in really helped. So let's add some search results because after we say trumpets, we absolutely want to be able to see all of the list of trumpet sounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this guy, going back over to the design tab, and I'll just copy and paste that right here. And I'm gonna make a whole list of these. So like, I have deep trumpet right here, let's say like, quieter trumpet or like electronic trumpet, a bunch of those different things. Okay, so let's copy and paste the background here. I'll send that to the back. And make this a little bigger because it's hard to see right now. Maybe like 15. I think that's good. Drag it down a little bit so it's in the center. And then we can bring these back since we're done searching, and we might want to search again, but we need to make a whole list of the other trumpets. So actually, this one will be selected, just one, and then I want to be able to scroll through all the other ones, so I'll get rid of that background. Again, I'm going to inverse these guys, so we know which one's selected and which one's not. I'm gonna make deep trumpet, like this darker black color, and I will make this plus sign a bit of a purple. All right. And I'll use repeat grid to drag these down. We'll give them a little bit more space, like that much or so. And then I'll just add another one on top, just so it looks like we didn't select the very first one. So you can go in and like change all of these, like electronic trumpet or jazzy trumpet. I'm just making these up here, but you get the idea. Okay. And I'm gonna say results, so we know that these are all the results. And maybe, actually, I'm gonna make this a little bit shorter so we can have the trumpets right above this so we know what we searched for. So let's put this right here. Okay, I think that looks good. Let's try this again. So we've got the home page, we click the search bar, and then that kind of expands everything down. So we can still drag this up or down if we want. We can search either by text or voice, or search through any of these keywords. And then once we say voice, we've selected that, so that is now the purpley color. And it says listening. We've got some radio waves going. That actually would be a really cool prototype to make, having these go up and down, but I unfortunately don't have time for that right now. But once we say trumpets, this comes up. And then the next prototype, or the next trigger we have is just a time trigger, because we want it to go straight from this to this without tapping on anything. So let's see how that works. And remember, when you're doing this, it gives you a little indication, but you have to hold down the space bar while you're speaking to use those voice commands. So we'll go ahead and press search. So that kind of drags down, and then I'll press this. Actually, you don't even have to press it. You have to press the space bar and say trumpets. Okay, and it's listening, and then it brings me to this. Awesome, that worked exactly how I want. And if you want to, for this search page, if you have like hundreds and hundreds or something results, all you have to do is drag this down. And that means that the page is still going, and you can drag some of these down, and you can scroll actually on this page. So let's play it. So let's say we want to keep this, make this a little longer. I don't want to drag it down because then this part of the pen tool will be a little wonky, but I'll send this to the back. Actually, just drag it right down, and I'll make it the same color so that we can scroll. Awesome. Okay, so I'm about done now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and save. I remembered to save this time. The last 2 days I did not. And I will copy and paste these onto my challenge page. I need to make this a clipping mask, otherwise it won't show up correctly. You just go up to Object, Mask with Shape. And let's copy, paste this right here. So we've got before search, we've got during search, and then after search. And I'm also going to make this a clipping mask, so it doesn't show the scrolling part. Let's see if that's the right size. Bring this down a little bit. Okay. I think that looks good. So all you have to do to export is press this, File, Export, Selected. Okay, day 3, we're gonna save as web. And then I already have this pulled up, my Behance page. So as you guys saw yesterday, I added a few more of the challenges. So I've got the day 1, day 2, and right here I'm gonna insert, oh, did I export it? Let's see. Oh, I didn't select the folder, okay. So I'm just gonna choose that, and then it will pop up. And the main thing here you want to do is to be sure to go into settings afterwards and make sure under that discoverability tab you have XD Daily Challenge. Otherwise we won't be able to find it and give you feedback. I also have a few other keywords like UI, UX, mobile, and music. And basic info, I've got UI and UX, interaction design, and icon design. So let's go ahead and preview. I want to save and see what that looks like. Awesome. Okay, we've got all 3 of our challenges there. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Let's go ahead and search and see. I've already got this pulled up. XD Daily Challenge. I saw a few of you guys already posted to Behance. Awesome. So this is Yassine. Let's see what you've been creating. Oh, so you're going with a darker background. Challenge day 1. Awesome. It's looking great. And he added little hands there. Looking good. Let's see. I know I saw a few under XD Daily Creative Challenge too. This is a new one by Oliver. Ooh, I love this header. Kind of paint dripping down. So he called his jams. I love this. This looks so good. Iconography. Ooh, love this waveform. That is smooth. I love that. Yes, look at all that. Ooh, that looks so great. Thanks for sharing, guys. And be sure, if you do want feedback, you can post on Discord as well if you just want to post a screenshot or the link to your Behance, and I can get into a little bit like longer feedback on there and type it out for you. Guys, these look so great. Rat Nesh. Awesome. Thato. Let's see what you got. Awesome. Guys, this looks so good. Sargil. I think I might have looked at this one yesterday. I love the red on this one. Very cool. Montserrat. Awesome. And also in Discord, I know you guys have been posting a bunch too. Let's see. I'll go over to the design feedback. Bitboxed. Ooh, like beatboxing? I love that. Very cool. We've got Lucio, Freemix. These are so creative. Well, guys, that is about all the time that I have left today. I'll be on Discord the rest of the day, like looking through your designs and giving you some feedback since I didn't have too much time right now. But thank you all so much for joining. I will be back here again tomorrow at 11:30, so stay tuned for that. And stay tuned, in about 5 minutes, we'll be right back with Brent, and he will be working in XD. See you guys!